Just in terms of USDT, I think something else that is really quite important to understand is that Ton has integrated USDT on Ton with more than 100 service providers. That includes tier one, tier two, and tier three centralized exchanges. It includes payments providers, includes so many different service providers within the industry, really. And that is something that we really haven't seen happen in such a short period of time. Like the only other comparable example would be USDT on Tron, the Tron blockchain. That's another blockchain that is really just mainly used for remittance and for cross-border payments in Africa and in Latin America. We really haven't seen the same level of adoption. So I think that is speaking volume of the fact that Ton is aware of how much USDT is like stable coins utilization is very much useful and the fact that they were able to achieve this in what less than 3 months because USDT launched on Ton at the end of April. So the fact that they were able to do this, and again in less than 4 months, it's impressive. But it also speaks volume of the growing utility and need for this kind of payment. Cool. So as Max was just saying, DeFi obviously was, as usually the case with other global app stores, DeFi is the first thing to usually take off just because it's repeating the same playbook that we've seen on Ethereum. But again, because of the close relationship that they've had with Telegram, we now saw the growth of a completely new subsector, if you may. So if you guys are old enough to remember how we used to have penguin games on Facebook, the kind of games that were very entertaining to play, but they did not require any kind of sophisticated graphics. They were not the GTAs or the Call of Duty of the modern age, but they were just easy to play and they were able to always connect you with other players. That's really what we saw on Ton here. For instance, we saw games. There's a new sector called Tap to Earn. So Tap to Earn is really just a very simple game that you mindlessly keep pushing on the screen in order to earn some points, which should in the future convert to crypto tokens. Of course, this is not a groundbreaking game. It's not like onboarding some of the most advanced game publishers within the crypto ecosystem, but it is a way to adapt and to appeal to a much broader section of the audience that are not just interested in using crypto for the financial aspect of it. A lot of people who use Telegram can just be playing games on their phone, and that's exactly what we saw here. Again, some of the most explosive segments have been play to earn. There was also this game called Catizen, which was like nurturing your own cat in an ecosystem kind of a game. Again, they're really cool things that doesn't require a lot of sophistication, but most importantly is that they allowed on onboarding a Web3 game, but without the user needing to know anything about the infrastructure or the complexity of crypto. And as we've highlighted here already in the presentation and multiple times before, that is the thing that will take crypto from step one to step two. That you're not aware that this is happening in the background, but you are surely leveraging the benefits and the areas of strength of the technology.
And it's a massive market as well, and people have to be aware of that. We've always been in the research team a bit skeptical when it comes to blockchain gaming, especially talking about AAA video games. However, mobile games is a subsector that could make sense. And I think Ton is doing a fantastic job here. Just looking at the mobile gaming industry, I think it's over 100 billion in market size, and it's projected to be over 400 billion by the year 2030. So it's a significant market that this network is trying to tap into. And again, as Karim highlighted, it's a perfect way to onboard users, make them use crypto, make them use blockchain technology without actually noticing.
And I would like to just say, just because the usage and the gaming type is less sophisticated or less serious, doesn't take away from the adoption that these games can bring. You mentioned in the traditional sense, the mobile gaming industry, it's huge. It accounts for 70% of the total gaming industry. So it's not to be understated. Just because it's a little bit, it's more enjoyable, fun, and it's a topic that is not as serious as heavy finance, that doesn't mean that it doesn't warrant a conversation, because we really could see a huge adoption thanks to these mini apps.